Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Donkey Kong Country. My name is Shadow HB3 and I'm ready to entertain. In the last episode, we finished off the chilly mountaintop world of Gorilla Glacier, and in this episode, we will begin the fifth world of this game, Kremlings Industries Inc. And we finally bucked the trend for alliterative world names since the beginning world of this game, Congo Jungle. Now before we do get started, I want to turn your attention, everybody, to my little HUD that I have set up on the side where I show the number of sticker pads and photographs. The photographs total specifically is what I want you to focus on. You may notice there that it says 29 instead of 28. For those of you who've been watching every single video following me throughout this entire Let's Play, you'll notice that at the point when I finished with you all in episode 9, we were at 28 photographs. Why are we at 29, you may wonder? Well, there is a reason for that, albeit a somewhat complicated one, and one I'm not sure I think may be the right explanation, but I will explain that to you all a little later on in this episode. So, in the meantime, let's go ahead and get inside Kremlings Industries Inc. and talk about a complete 180 in terms of scenery, man. I mean, this industrial area, well, for one, it's an industrial area, but it has factories that seriously do not adhere to the safety codes. There are elevators, a minecart ride, and even a polluted pond that we're eventually going to have to swim in, for those of you who may not know. And there are a total of 6 levels, and as well as the boss fight, of course, that is at the end. And so we're going to be having to deal with a lot of industrial type of sceneries. Well, really, I should say only one, but we'll get into one of them right here. So the first one we're going to play, or the first level I should say, is Oil Drum Alley, which is our first factory-based level. So let's get started. Alright, so this is really what I would consider to be the first real true introduction of oil drums here. But we're not going to get too far to begin with. If you see there's a rope right where we took out the Snotty, if you take it over here, it'll actually bring you back to the very beginning. There's a cache right there that if you just jump off the top of, you'll reveal the TNT barrel. And what we're going to do is take out this first oil drum right here, and where there's a banana right below, it lets you know that there's something down below. So if we just drop down here, it'll take us into a bonus barrel, and this will be our first of what is actually, I believe there are 3 or 4 bonus levels here. So this one, of course, is just another collect the bananas one, and really nothing to know. I believe you can move in that one, although I didn't do a very good job of it. But if you shoot yourself out in the middle, there's a red life balloon waiting for you if you want to go grab it. So, yeah, like I was saying before, really, this is the first time we're really getting to know these oil drums here that spout out fire. I'm guessing they have oil inside and they just put fire on them, and of course we know oil is flammable. If you didn't, there's something you should know for already. Now, there's another cache here where we jump off top of it and reveal a TNT barrel, and this is where we're going to find our second bonus level. Now, what I would advise you to do is go ahead and have Diddy get this one. I'll tell you in just a moment. So for this second bonus level, of course, we have a stop the barrel mission, and normally in this instance, of course, I would go for something great like a Winky Token or even a red life balloon, but what we're going to want to do is actually collect the banana here. Yeah, we're going to collect the single banana, so let's see if we can do that here. And you'll see why here in just a moment, why we need to collect 3 bananas in a row. And of course I fail! Oh, okay. No sweat. We'll get there in just a moment. I'll be right back. My goodness. Okay, let's try that again. It was not what I was hoping to do the first time around. I really was hoping to get it in one shot, but you know what? That's okay. So, if we get this third banana in a row here, I jumped almost too soon. I'm like nervous here. Okay, we got it. So, get 3 bananas in a row, you'll reveal the bonus barrel. Now, make sure you have Diddy because you're going to want to hug up against this wall because it will reveal our third bonus level. So, you have a bonus level within a bonus level, so to speak. But this is the only instance where you will see where you have a bonus level take you into the next one. And make sure you have Diddy Kong to hug up the barrel against the wall, because if you destroy with Donkey Kong, then you'll immediately, of course, have the bonus level end, and you'll get taken out. You won't be able to get yourself into this one either, so keep that in mind. This one is just a simple spell it out, so essentially, if you can't tell already, we're spelling out Donkey Kong Country, and for every word of the game's name, we get a life balloon. So we got we got a red one first for spelling donkey. We got a green one for spelling Kong, and we're getting a blue one here for spelling country. So just like that, you get 6 lives by playing this bonus level. So it's pretty convenient if you're trying to go for or trying to finish with as many lives as you can. All right. So now we've got 3 out of the 4 bonus levels away. We'll go ahead and switch back to Donkey Kong since I want him to finish this level to begin with. It's another DK barrel here out of that cache if you lost one of your partners. And then once you jump up here, you can see there are a lot of caches here. The only thing I hate, of course, is these blue Kremlings, or these blue critters. Well, I guess technically they are Kremlings, but a lot of them jump relatively high, so you just want to be mindful of that. You want to keep this rotating this tire here if your goal is to get all the golden letters just for the fun of it, because the O is right up top here, and of course you have no chance of getting that if you don't have the tire to begin with. At this point, really, we don't need it, but you know what, just for the fun of it, I'm going to go ahead and keep rolling it down and see how far we need it. Alright, now for the second half of this level, these oil drums here are going to actually start spouting up the flames in and out, so they'll do it at a relatively different kind of pace, but just be aware that, of course, once the flames start to come out, you want to get out of there and not be on top when the flames come back out. Now, if you jump down below here, you'll, of course, reveal Rambi. This will be like the second to last time I think we see Rambi the Rhinoceros in this game, so we'll take advantage of him. We actually will get to use him right away here, not too long from now, because there's another bonus level right up against this wall that you can use him to ram up against if you decide to not use that barrel right next to that Manky Kong. And this one is a pretty simple find the exit, and these barrels, they actually move vertically and go at the regular pace. So if you just keep rapidly pressing the jump button, you should be able to make your way there pretty quick. So just know that the golden letter N is found there. That's the only way you can get that golden letter. Alright, now here's where I'm kind of nervous. I mean, obviously I don't need Rambi here at this point, because now we're going to be dealing with a series of course, more oil drums that flame in and out. And just as I say that, I lose them. So it's no biggie. Like I said, we'll get to see him one more time. Well, I was about to say we will get to see him one more time, but I got cut off because I was a little bit too slow in jumping across here. So you might want to just take shortcuts when you can, because you do, if you hold on to the run button, I mean, of course, Rambi will jump very far, so you know, don't necessarily feel like you have to take your absolute sweet time, because you are on a bit of a time limit as far as how fast these flames spout. Now here near the end, of course, these flames will light on and off rapidly, at least 3 times, with the 3rd time, of course, going away. So keep that in mind. Alright, Rambi, I swear, you need some wings or something. I mean, seriously, you need to have some kind of way that you can not only be strong and ram things down, but you also need to be able to fly, I think. Alright, we're done. That was the only real hard section there, but just jump off the top of this oil drum once you get to the other side, and you're under this catch will reveal the golden letter G. Now, we can finally coast our way through to the exit. I have to admit, this level did give me trouble as a kid, and as you can tell, even at my age, it still does give me trouble apparently, but we got through it, thankfully, so nothing to it. I don't think there's really any kind of special tidbits or anything to note about that level, but we're not completely done with Oil Drum Alley just yet. Before we do go to Trick Track Trek, our second level, we do have a sticker pad to show off in the Game Boy Color version, so I'm going to cut over there right now and show you all how to get it. So I'll see you over there in just a moment. Okay guys, here we are at the end of Oil Drum Alley in the Game Boy Color version. So as you can see, we are right at the exit here for this level. The green banana bunch is floating right above. There's a platform right there where you actually need to go to get the sticker pad. So what you'll need to do is actually go up to the top here, which is pretty easy to get with a roll jump, and then using Donkey Kong Clap, and you'll get your 5th sticker pad. So Why they didn't include this in the SNES version, I don't know, but I guess it really wouldn't have served much purpose unless you wanted to. They wanted to stash something special up there, but I don't know what they would use to begin with anyway. So, anyways, we'll go ahead and get back to the SNES version. Speaking of which, so I'll see you guys back there in just a moment. Alrighty, guys, that takes care of that. So let's go ahead and go on to our second level of this world, Trick Track Trek. So we are back in the walkway stage. Get greeted by a coconut throwing Neki, but we don't have to worry about it for too long. We actually are going to be riding our first set of elevators here in this game. So, of course, if you're looking to speedrun this game, just something to note, there is a warp barrel that I will show you guys maybe in a later episode that lets you bypass this entire level. But we do have some bonus levels to take care of here. There are 3, but be prepared to spend a lot of time having to deal with staying on the platforms, dealing with Nekis. They basically take up the first half of this level, and then there's going to be a different setup here for the second half. But it always is. I find it interesting whenever you're going up how these how the Kong that you're not using is actually kind of almost looks like they're not on the platform, even though technically they should be. And I completely missed the O. I was actually afraid I got a little too forward, but you guys see that's where it is. Not that it's of any significance here in this game. The thing I should note is that this elevator platform will actually kind of change speeds at times, especially when you get to the spinning with the mini Nekis that spit coconuts. So, but just something to note, now that we're actually at the end, there's a bonus level right there at the end of this first elevator. So what you're going to want to do is roll jump with Diddy or Donkey, and you'll be able to reach it. So this is a pretty simple collect a banana. The platform actually moves in a square clockwise, so you can spend your time here collecting every single banana. Honestly, do not remember how many bananas are provided in this level, or in this bonus level, but it's there if you want to collect them all. I think we got them all, but not the most important thing here to me. So, as we get to the halfway point, now we're going to deal with these enemies that are going to be on these walkways from above, these small walkways, and they're going to actually, I guess, kamikaze, or try to basically go into suicide mode and try to attack us from above. So you want to be ready for that. And then here, what you want to do, right before you go down here, there's a walkway that you want to roll with, and jump across here. There's a bonus level right there that you're going to want to get. You won't be able to get it once you go down. So here we're going to do a Bash the Baddie. We actually get to see this version of the Claptrap for the first time, even though we don't really see a lot of them until a later level in the other world. So the thing to note is, of course, that with this Claptrap, not only does it attack you by biting, but it also jumps when you jump. So you want to make sure that you jump a little bit sooner than you would, especially more so when it starts going faster, and give yourself enough time to get situated. But if you take this thing out, you'll get yourself another red life balloon at the end. So patience is a virtue. So there's 2 bonus levels out of the game. And here's something to note here as we're going through Trick Track Trek. This level actually, according to the Donkey Kong Wiki site, which I kind of rely on for most of the information, there are the most variety of enemies that you'll see in this game, even if you don't include the other Claptrap brand. That is, I guess technically it's red. I thought it was brown, but I think it's more reddish or so. But this level has at least 9 different enemies in it. It's something to note. And if you count the red Claptrap, Clump didn't go after me for some odd reason. I guess there's no point really in getting the N if we miss the O, but I'll collect it anyways. But no, if you count the red Claptrap, then that makes 10 different enemies, which is pretty cool. Something I didn't know. And I actually took a look at the level here as far as like an actual map, and I counted the different enemies that spawn in this level, and that is absolutely correct. So, although I would guess you wouldn't, I mean, the Zingers, although they're different colors, they also have a different kind of motion too, so I kind of find it interesting. I also find it interesting that Crusher took forever and a day to fall off, but we are now at the end, and I'm going to try to time it to where I don't get hit by the Spanky Kong's barrels. So once you get to him, you want to take him out. Don't go to the exit right away up here. You'll want to drop down instead. There's a Winky token if you want to grab it if you're playing through this level and haven't reset the game for a while. But most importantly, there's our third bonus level right here. So just another Stop the Barrel one, and we're just trying to see if we can collect 3 in a row. Whatever life balloon you choose. Obviously, if you want to, you can play and be greedy and get the blue one. I think I'll go ahead and do that just because we seldom collect these anyways to begin with. So if we can do this, if I don't mess this up. I get so nervous when I try to do these, and I feel like I just talk and then I jump, and by the time I jump it's too late. Okay, well, not that it's a big deal. I mean, we already got a good number of lives already, so let's just go ahead and finish the level. Alrighty. So we're done with Trick Track Trek. That one isn't too long of a level to begin with, and we don't really have any means to cut to the next part of the video. There's no photographs to be got in this version of the game, and if there are sticker pads to be had after we're done with getting the first 6, then we're not going to show it off here. So for now, let's go ahead and go to the final level that we're going to play in this video, Elevator Antics. This is going to be 3rd in this game, but this is actually 4th in the GBA version. So this is the point where, once again, the levels in the GBA version will actually swap with the levels in the SNES version, despite what order they're in here in this game. So we're going to do this first. And so you see here's our first bonus level, where all we have to do is just make sure you roll jump to the rope up top here, and you'll be able to get here. I'm going to actually try to not fail this one, just because I hate failing bonus games. There we go. So let's just spell it out. Want to spell Kong. Pretty sure you feel good, at least I'm sure Diddy feels good. He flips his hat in the air when he celebrates a win. So anyways, so here we are back in the caves. This level is a little bit interesting. The mini Neckies can give you some problems here. Slippas shouldn't be a big deal, although there are going to be drums that spawn Slippas, as you're going to see here in just a moment. Yep, right there. Don't necessarily care for that banana bunch, but this level is interesting in that it's going to have a different kind of gameplay as opposed to what you may be seeing here to begin with. So you may be used to seeing a typical cave level, how we've seen like in, say, Reptile Rumble or even Bouncy Bonanza even, but this level is actually going to function a little bit differently once we get to the just past the halfway point. I just realized we already cleared Trick Track Trek with Diddy, so it's only fitting I should switch back to Donkey Kong for this. So I am so sorry, Donkey. Took a good portion of this level and had Diddy take care of it. Now, this is going to be tricky. The second bonus level is going to be right up here, I think. Am I right? I don't even remember. Maybe I'm wrong. No, it's not here. It's not here. It's actually going to be... Make sure... Sorry, guys, I cannot believe I'm forgetting. Let's see. Oh, yeah. No, it is right here. They're flying up and down. I need to go over here. That's right. I was wrong. So it's in a hidden area. Basically, what you need to do is, yeah, you just jump up to the top of where this rope is, and then you'll come up on the ceiling, which you can't see yourself, and then you find another bonus level. So, caught myself. And these barrels, of course, they rotate, which I usually have trouble with these kinds of levels. This is where you get the O. This is there's a espresso token and a green banana or green life balloon if you want them, but I just wanted the least to get the golden letter O. So after we pass the halfway point of this level, we encounter these elevator platforms, a different kind that actually move vertically as opposed to following the set path. So. They move up and down. They keep constantly going up and down. And so what you want to note is that you want to make sure you jump down off at the right time, because if you wait too low or wait for too long, then it won't go. So keep that in mind. Now I think here, yes, if you drop down below here, this is where the O is. I forgot. We didn't get the K. That's right. We totally didn't get the K. That was actually back at the beginning. After the near where the ropes were, that we actually got the first bonus level in. I'm doing a terrible job of showing off the golden letters, apparently, for this episode, so I feel so bad. I'm so sorry, guys. But anyways, that's where the K was. This is where the O and R, so we'll just continue. We'll not worry about it too much. We will have some problems here with these singers. I did not mean to fall. I looked and peeked well before I started to leap. Okay, let's try this again. Without necessarily falling off the cliff like I did before. Okay, there you go. Not too bad, although these zingers can give you problems if you wait too late. It's where doing a roll jump actually comes in handy, and I didn't think I was going to be waiting long enough for that elevator to come. Alright, these neckies kind of can be a problem because they'll spit coconuts at a faster rate, and they'll change the height at which they spit them out, so you just got to be wary of the pattern and make sure you don't jump too late. Alright. Yep, see? Here's another one that does the same thing. You actually finish collecting all the golden letters well before you get to the exit. And then afterwards you just come to this part of the level where the elevators will go up and down, and there's a bottomless pit below the first and this one as well. Although there's a zinger here, so of course you make sure you jump over it in time. This one will just flat out fire coconuts at a rapid rate. So let's see if we can time this right. There you go. Gotcha. Alright, so we do have one more bonus level to collect, and what you want to do to get this one is you'll just write it down here just before you get to this exit. Ride these elevators down to the right, and then there will be a wall that is already open, and you just shoot yourself, or just go in there and there's your bonus level. So this one we are going to go ahead and just be given a room where there are 5 columns of bananas, and here you can actually move yourself around if you feel like trying to collect all these bananas. So it's definitely convenient, and I feel like we're actually going to do it this time. So yeah, 5 columns of bananas, and if you want to get them all, obviously if you're doing a speed run, you just want to try to shoot yourself out and get done with the bonus level as fast as you can. But anyways, that's elevator antics. So we are done with the SNES levels here for this episode, but we do have a couple of photographs that I want to show you, and 4 to be exact. And before we even get started, I'll actually explain on the GBA version the reason for the beginning here, like what I mentioned before. So let's go ahead and cut over to the GBA version. I'll see you there in just a moment, and we'll get ourselves 4 photographs. See you guys in just a moment. Okay guys, here we are in the GBA version of Donkey Kong Country. We're inside the world of Kremlings Industries Inc. And I'll go ahead and use this time to explain why the photograph counter, if you're taking a look at it, why it reads 29 when it technically should read 28 now at this point if you've been following along. So as I was recording the parts from the GBA version here for this episode, I recorded me obtaining the photograph of one of which I'll show you, one of the ones that you can get in this level that I'll show you. And when I got it, I noticed that the photograph counter didn't change. It was supposed to have gone up from 28 to 29, but when I got the photograph, it just stayed at 28 for some odd reason. So I went back to Gorilla Glacier to see if I had not saved anything, or if there was something that maybe I had saved prior to me cutting off the game. And so I went back to Rope Bridge Rumble. I saw that there was a photograph there, one of which I showed you in the previous episode. I got it, and the counter increased from 28 to 29 right there, and I found it odd that it did that, because I've been keeping up pretty much with the entire game or as far as the number of photographs goes. I've been keeping up with it the entire time, so I don't get off at any point. But I've decided, at least just since the game is on the counter that it is, that I was going to just go ahead and conform to whatever it has. So when you see this, when we get these next photographs, it's actually going to be what I guess the game's going to consider photograph number 30 and 31. So let's go ahead and get started, and hopefully that all made sense to you all. But anyways, so here we are in Elevator Annex in the GBA version. So This first one that you're going to be able to get out of the two that I'm going to show you here is actually one that you could probably get if you just play the Reptile Rumble level in Congo Jungle. What you're going to want to do is jump off 3 slippas in a row without landing on the ground. So if you do that, you're going to get a photograph that way. And not too hard, although like I said, there's a much easier way to get it. If you go to Reptile Rumble, there's plenty of areas where there's 3 slippas in a row, and you don't even have to do what I just did to have them all lined up. So thought I'd show you that, but we're going to fast forward, and I'm going to show you another photograph that you can also get in this level, but you can also get another. So I'll cut to where we need to go, and I'll see you guys there in just a moment. Alright guys, we are just past the halfway point of this level, so for this next photograph what you're going to want to do is take out this clump, but you're going to want to use Donkey Kong, of course, and what you'll need to do is do a Kong clap, and you'll be able to get a photograph that way. And this one, of course, if you know how that you can get a photograph by taking out a clump, you could probably do it even as early as, say, the first level, where there's at least a couple of clumps there too. And by first level, I mean the first level of this entire game, Jungle Hijinks. But that's how you get the photographs there. Again, I just find it so weird that the photograph counter seems to be off by 1 when following it the entire time. But I'm not going to worry about it much now. So let's go ahead and cut back to the overworld here. And I'm going to explain how we're going to get these next 2 photographs that I'm going to show you. So what you're going to want to do in this instance here for these next couple of photographs, we're going to get the final, or we're going to get them by playing the final couple of bonus levels for the animal buddies. I believe we still have to play through Winky's bonus level, and then we also have to do the same for Rambi as well, as we can also get photographs by obtaining a certain number of tokens for both of them as well too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut to when I get 3 Winky tokens, and then we'll play through his bonus level, and then afterwards I'll go ahead and immediately cut to where we'll play through Rambi's bonus level. So I'll see you guys when I have 3 Winky tokens here in just a moment. Alright guys, I have 3 Winky tokens, so let's see if we can go get ourselves a photograph here through Winky's bonus level. So for this one, what we're going to need to do is collect a total of 600 Winky tokens. So what you'll want to do, of course, try to collect as many as you can on the bottom, and then start making your way toward the top if you can. It should be pretty easy for you to get to 300 as long as you cover all the bottom, and then as you get close to the and where you should have about 600 or 300, go ahead and see if you can get over there. I may actually be running a little bit short. I had to come back over there and get a couple more. I'm gonna be close, but I'm gonna get it, thankfully. So just make sure you at least have 300 by the time you get over there, and then you'll be able to hit the big Winky token and get 600 easily. So with that, I'll go ahead and cut over to Rambi's bonus level, so I'll see you guys there in just a moment. Alrighty guys, we have 3 Rambi tokens, so let's see if we can go ahead and get ourselves a photograph in Rambi's bonus level, and then after that we will have completed getting the photograph in all the Animal Buddies bonus levels. Okay, so for Rambi's bonus level, you're going to want to get 600 tokens as well. And I think the time in this version is a little bit nicer to you compared to the GBA version. Okay. But keep in mind, of course, you want to keep moving as often as you can, and try to save yourself some time by jumping up this hill. Once you get up to this point, once you get to the beginning, you should just only need about 40 more tokens, and then just jump across the top, and then from there you'll be able to get the Rambi token and get this easy. The giant Rambi token is pretty simple in terms of course locating it. It's just a matter of making sure you have enough tokens to get yourself there, so that way you can get that and double your amount. But now we've taken care of that, so I will see you guys back at the SNES version, and we will wrap things up. Okay guys, that takes care of those photographs in the GBA version. So with that said, we're done for this episode, and we'll go ahead and cut it. But before we do, of course, gotta say my usual, but I will just mention again, Seriously, I have no idea what could have happened. I really do feel like it was a glitch of some kind, because right now, the way how it sets up, we have 34, when I feel like in reality we should just have, or 33, I mean, when in reality we should just have 32, but yeah, what do I know? Alrighty, guys. Anyways, I'll go ahead and cut it here. So, if you guys like what you saw in this episode, let me know what you think in the comments below, or with your comments below. Please subscribe, and I will see you all next time when we complete Kremlings Industries Inc. We'll start the second half of this world, which is on the other side. Start off with Poison Pond. So, until then, this is Shadow HB3 signing out, telling you guys, as always, to stay perky. I will see you next time.